hasn't quite been able to find the time this week. Though quite different. As that is enough about parting. Here we are on Oxide LE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner map, swatting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We have the red Terran player coming out from the land of Korea. He is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. Having a bit of a rough time in TVP lately, but now looking to redeem himself. He is Cure.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have his opponent, another Protoss player, but a very different Protoss player. He is hailing from the land of Taiwan, not Korea, representing Good Game Gaming. GGG. It is nice.
Yeah, of course, one of the most high-profile pickups of GGG.
Yeah, it was a little bit sad, you know, that Alpha X did lose him, right? You know, I'm sure GGG offered him a lot because, you know, Nice has been an incredibly strong player, not just in his own region, but we've seen him take down some Korean players in these weeklies. Like he's become a very strong player.
Definitely a titan. It's been a staple for Alpha X for quite some time too, but yeah, as you were saying, hard to pass up an offer from Good Game Gaming. GGG.
Exactly, right? Like, you know, not just because of their salary, but also their opportunity to compete in the World Team League as well, and excel and do even better there. So, yeah,
Gengar's a cool dude, and not to mention Patience. How
True.
many players can say they're on the same team as Patience? Literally only Dream, Cyan, and Nice.
Exactly. You know, and Nice, he wants to maybe learn a little bit from him, you know, gain some knowledge or lack thereof from Patience. It's gonna be amazing.
They're gonna be on that Y-axis together. I love it.
Yeah.
Interesting they didn't pick up the Zerg player though.
I mean, mate, what Zerg players are there out there? Okay, look, clearly we've seen in ESL Asia, they're just extinct, you know.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's accurate.
Yeah. A bit of a shout out now that that just like triggered a memory. It was announced today, mate. Shout out to Solar, officially married today, man. My god.
He is.
Oh god,
That's why he isn't playing this week, but yeah. Funnily enough, that was our joke for a while, wasn't it? That Solar's trying to play in as many weeklies as possible so he gets money for his wedding.
Yeah, he's been engaged for I think over a year, maybe 2 years. Yeah. I think it was before COVID.
I think he announced that at the end of 20. No, I think you are right.
Yeah.
Before COVID, which very shortly before all of the lockdowns happen and whatnot.
Yeah, like, I mean, COVID does ruin like your perception of reality. Oh god, but yeah, like again, like shout out to him. It's great that you know he's been able to reach that milestone in his life. You know, like Raza.
Yeah, I was gonna say, mate, everybody's getting married this year. Raza, Solar, Smix. Oh no, wait, I think Smix was like last year. Never mind. COVID is altering my perception of time.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, wait, was time before Jim? Was he? You're like, wait a minute. You start making it. Exactly. So I mean, that's why, you know, of course we don't have Solar here. He is typically like the South Korean Zerg player who does well in these events. Yeah.
Some months, literally the only Korean Zerg player who signs up.
Many months, mate, many months.
With Ragnarok and Dark.
Yeah, I need to like get in contact with Ragnarok and Armani. Like, what's going? Because they still compete. Like, they're still in GSL. Like, what's going on, guys? Come on.
Sunday time slot.
Mate, you know what it is? I'm
Startup sleep schedule.
I'm 95% sure that it's just because there's so many Protosses, they're like, oh, look, we don't want to play ZVP.
I don't want to play Stargate. That's their excuse, really. The actual reason is they just don't want to wake up on Sunday.
It's like, you want me to wake up on Sunday and then play like a 2-hour-long series against Skytoss? Like, no, thank you.
This is the Lord's day.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of the Lord, I guess we haven't really been mentioning too much about the game because, you know, it's about what we expect from the TVP. Cure working on his push. I will say what's interesting from Nice, though, is that he is making a lot of adepts to complement his Phoenixes.
Oh yeah, like even there, he was looking to try and join forces, his Phoenixes and his adepts. Did you see the Medivacs load up? But that was spotted by Nice. Nice is going to try and hunt this down. And oh my god, Cure risking a lot here committing to this drop.
Risking a lot, but does pull the Phoenixes off his back. Lose 6 SCVs, which is pretty big, but could have definitely been way worse for him.
Oh, it definitely could have. Meanwhile, Nice is doubling down on the adepts. We have Glaives on the way. Ay. He's going to be going Mass Adept in PvZ? This is 2019?
Yeah, I was gonna say, when was the last time we saw Phoenix Adept in a PvT?
It's gonna work as well.
It really is. These shades decimating the Marines, kind of getting us around like so. Phoenixes shooting these medevacs out of sky.
And
Cure gotta be scratching his head.
And what's scary is that was adepts without glaives. Like that was.
They were, weren't they? Without glaives, without +1.
Yeah. So like even now, Cure may not be convinced that it's going to be mass adept. Like he may be still be thinking like, oh, you know, he's just got them to harass, nothing else. He's still committed to the bio. He does have Widowmines on the way, and Widowmines are going to change everything. They're good against everything that Nice has as long as they borrow. Oh my god.
Yeah, big as long as. Right over there, as felt tunneling claws. It doesn't take much for these Phoenixes to jump on top of them and pick them up. Ooh! But those Phoenixes would not long for that world. Brilliant pick off here for Cure.
Exactly. Nice. He was not aware of an army out on the map, so he just kind of said and forgot his Phoenixes, and now there's only one left. He lost almost every single Phoenix. 5 Phoenixes went down.
That last one is going to have a lot of war stories as it gets home.
It's going to have a lot of PTSD, mate.
Yeah. Oh, the Phoenixes just get shot out of the sky.
And we've seen Cure pull the trigger once he knows like the Phoenixes are out of position. Right now, they're just dead, mate. So he can go for this Doom drop. Like, what's going to stop him? 3 Phoenixes? It's not going to be enough.
No, it is not. Especially when the ground army is adepts instead of stalkers. Cure not quite committed to the Doom drop yet. Kind of really confirming that Phoenixes aren't here, trying to catch them. Alright, Phoenixes do slip away. I feel like Cure is a little bit over paranoid here.
Exactly. Like, this took a long time. Like, he could have gone for this drop a minute ago. Now he finally is going for it. Now Nice has to make a decision. Base trade or recall?
Well, these adepts can definitely kill a lot of workers, but they're going to have a tough time killing buildings, let me tell you. Recalling after they kill the workers, though, real good idea to utilize, but how much damage can Cure get done while that's all going on? That's
the question. The main base is going to go down. Meanwhile, the adepts do not shade into the main of Cure. The wall is the wall, and as you said, it takes him a long time to bust through, but the depot does fall, and now they can keep going. And the adepts are defending at home.
Ooh, half of them anyway. Battery overcharge helping out a ton. Cure does not turn around with his reinforcements. Instead, he looks to sandwich the rest of these armies. The adepts focusing on the marauders. No, the Marines were right there and they were juicy, but they do survive.
That they do in the end. This entire middle line is going to go down. Oh my god, look at that worker kill count skyrocket. There is that recall. Is it going to be enough?
Just barely. If Nice is able to fight with those probes, but he doesn't want to get out of shield battery range. Cure has to make a decision right now.
Oh god.
One prism, one prism.
Ooh, War Prism.
Pick off.
Yeah, War Prism does go down. The boys are being pulled to help buffer for these adepts. In the end, Nice does have enough to force them away, but he doesn't have any anti-air.
I love this. I love when a Terran player abuses their opponent's lack of anti-air.
Exactly. These nothing shoots up here. Meanwhile, Nice did not recall his entire army. He kept a couple of adepts at home, and they're catching reinforcements as they pop out. Cure, he's racing back home to help clean all of these up. But Nice, he's not too far behind.
Yeah, Yeah, he's definitely been remaking his probes, which is more than can be said for Kyo's SCVs.
Oh my god, the mules!
Mules can't load into bases! No! That was Cure's shot at turning this game around.
Yeah, Cure, he has less than half the workers of Nice. He just lost every single one of his mules as well. He doesn't really have too much energy to get more up and running.
Barracks is gonna go down.
Oh my god. Okay, it's being repaired, thank god.
We got close.
Yeah, now we're in a really interesting position. I don't know if Nice necessarily needs to commit to this. Again, shading in is so risky. There are Widow Mines in the middle of all this. Oh.
Yeah, I 100% believe that
He's gonna commit!
Oh no, and the Widow Mines will pop off. They don't even get much friendly fire done. Marauders do stand strong, and the Marines are putting in a ton of damage. Oh, terrible trade here for Nice. Look at that army supply difference. They were about even for some time. And now Cure is up like, I don't even need to count. GG. Cure takes game number 1. Oh no, I don't want to say that was a throw, but Nice did have a much better economic position.
He did.
And a worse army.
Oh my god. Nice, please. He didn't have to do that. Like, he had some tech at home. He still had the robo. He still had a couple of other buildings he could have transitioned or gotten, you know, some units to help complement his adepts. He didn't have to go in there, but he went for it. He thought he could maybe kill his opponent.
Yeah.
He thought wrong.
I think there's a term for that where it's a feint. Or no, not a feint. A fake out. No, not a fake out. Something or another.
Oh god. Yeah.
Trap. There we go. But then again, not so much. I mean, Cure wasn't trying to bait. Cure definitely wasn't trying to bait Nice into anything. Nice just decided to go for it.
He just misjudged it a little bit, you know. He's he thought he could pull it off. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But that was a very close game. Very close.
It was. Probably the closest PvT we've seen today so far. And we'll see if that can get even closer or the other way around as we continue our series here on Romanticide. LE, we're in the bottom right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. We have the red Terran player coming out from the land of Korea. He is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG, the mayor of Six City himself. He is Cure.
Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Taiwanese Protoss player. He is blue, representing Good Game Gaming. GGG. It is Nice. Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah, again, like, Nice. There's a world out there where it wasn't a sure thing that it would have won the game, but the game would have continued on, and it wasn't over for him by any means. Like, they were pretty even, as you were saying. Like, Cure had the better army, but the worst economy, right? So things would have evened out, yeah,
that's definitely the thing. Cure had the better army, but he was running out of resources. He wouldn't have been able to sustain it for much longer. Nice could have instead tried to contain Cure on those 2 bases with his steps while transitioning out back home, but if at any point Cure pulled the trigger, I think it would have been rough for Nice regardless.
Exactly, like, especially if he fought in the middle of the map. Like, he would have had to have taken a fight with shield batteries, right? With maybe even the ability to pull some boys as well. Yeah, it would have been a very interesting game, to say the least.
I mean, yeah, definitely was an interesting game, but would have been a more interesting game as well if it went on longer.
Would have been crazy. Oh, God. Meanwhile, here we are. We're in game number 2. Hopefully, both our players, hopefully Nice, can shake off that previous game and get back into this. I would love to see an ace match between these 2 players. Are we going to? That's what I'm hoping for. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely to be determined. Let's not forget that Nice was the player who... No, never mind. I'm misremembering events. It was Haas who took out Cure last week. And Creator 2 weeks ago. Pretty nice defeat this week. I'm just gonna check that bracket real quick. He beat Coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the best Terran players out there.
Yeah. Pretty good PvT result there.
Yeah, yeah. Again, we're still like kind of in the early stages of the bracket. You know, quarterfinals right now. The winner of this series will move on to the semis. I don't believe we have a semi-finalist yet, but we're close.
Yeah, the only semifinalists I believe so far is Parting, and that's on the other side of the bracket.
True.
No. We do have Parting versus S going on, and actually, Creator taking out Classic 2-1. We will.
Ay, god damn it, Creator, why are you so good? Classic does get knocked out, and you kind of glossed over it, but because you mentioned that Zest is up against Parting, that means the final European player is knocked out. Ubu Thermal was not able to make his anime work against Zest.
Well, that's what happens when you try to hide the anime waifus.
It's true, it's true.
Gotta take a page out of Haas's book there, Thermi.
Am I crazy, or did Nice just target fire his own probe there with his adept?
He did.
Okay.
It didn't go down, but it weakened the probe enough for the Hellion to take it out.
Yeah, I just saw the adept attack and I saw the Hellion and the Reaper didn't lose any health. I'm like, what?
Oh, I saw the probe had, what was it, 5 health? And it's no. If the Adept or the Reaper independently attack that, then the probe should never go down to 5 HP. Unless the Reaper was shooting at it for a while.
Yeah. So a little bit of miss micro there. Is the biggest of deals? Not really. But again, hopefully that isn't a sign of things to tell. You know, hopefully, Nice is okay.
Yeah. Like, mismicroing like that can happen when you're a little bit more flustered, a little bit more tilted, and you know, it's very understandable for something like that to happen when you're in a position like Nice, where it's like, I had that game, but then I kind of threw it all away. Hopefully he is calm, though.
Hopefully.
Stoic.
Meanwhile, you know, he's just kind of testing the waters right now. He's going for a very similar composition. Again, relying on those Phoenixes. He's relying on Adepts as well, but this doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to go for Glaive Adepts once again. Meanwhile, the Adepts pull the attention of all the Marines, and now the Phoenixes dive in and get a couple of worker kills. Oh my god. My god.
Delay the barracks for a little bit. Get some nice kills on the gas, but what do we always say, Light? When Cure sees Phoenixes, he wants his medevacs and Marines to be somewhere completely on the other side of the map. This goes for a very quick drop. Yeah,
the Phoenixes are racing the drop home, and it looks like they will get here, but oh my god, he doesn't go into the lane!
No, you stopped! He doesn't have a boost, It's only one Phoenix, so it's not the biggest of deals. If he drops every single Marine, then maybe he can fight this!
Ooh. A couple of Marines were left in the medevac. They do get picked off. Only 5 managed to land. And can they get any damage here, as there is a shield battery? And it looks like everything will be cleaned up, and they do not even get a probe.
Unfortunate.
Oof.
1 second later on the Phoenixes, and Cure could have gotten quite a number of probe kills.
Yeah, what I will say is that, I mean, at least Cure was able to pull the Phoenixes all the way back home, so now Cure can work on his expansion. He can get things up and running at home. There we go. I was waiting for it. Missile turrets finally do start. I'm a little bit concerned, though. These Phoenixes, like, I'm sure they want to get this building SCV if they can. The Marines have to do the best job they can to help protect it.
Absolutely. The Marines and the Widowmine as well. Oh, no! Cancels the turret, as does he cancel, or delay rather, that supply depot.
These Phoenixes, they're just fighting so much here. Oh my god.
They are. Really have a knockout effect. And Cure the Madman. He sees the Phoenixes wreaking havoc once again in natural. I'm gonna go for a drop. The Phoenixes aren't gonna be in position unless there's a recall.
The problem is that this observer is the MVP. He saw the drop coming across the map, so in the end, Nice does reposition his army. He has to be careful. Again, this Colossus is a little bit exposed. But regardless, okay, in come the Phoenixes to back him up.
Yeah, really providing a bit of a wall here for Nice. Because as you said, that Colossus was uber exposed.
Oh yeah. Jesus Christ. We've seen Cure pick off Colossus left and right, mate, even earlier today. So you gotta be careful.
And careful is the name of the game for Nice right now. I say that, but Colossus on the map with 3 zealots backing up.
I'm also really concerned because Nice is not stopping Phoenix production. He has a lot. Typically, players stop at like 5 or 6, maybe 7. This madman has 10, and he's got an 11th on the way.
Huh. Phoenix Colossus.
Like pure Phoenix Colossus as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of questioning the viability of that composition.
Oh god!
Thankfully, 3 Colossus do pop out here for Nice. One of them was very exposed and does get sniped, but 2 of them will survive and will help out.
Oh, that they will, but that was a very nice pick off. That dropped 9 probe kills and a Colossus, and depowers the Robo, delaying more Colossus production. That was a very nice drop there, only for the Costa Marines.
Yeah, I get it.
What?
Yeah.
Shake. God damn it, Yaku. God damn. Meanwhile, mate, the feasts, they just keep coming.
And they don't stop coming.
We're not in 2000 atmospheres.
So the question is, when will Cure just completely transition to Widow Mines here? Because he's focusing a lot more on Bio Viking, which is a good composition in general in TvP, especially when you're up against Colossus, but with these Phoenixes, you want, you know, something, some form of splash damage that can hit the skies. Maybe even Thor's if he techs that way.
True. I mean, Thor's would hard counter this because they cannot be picked up. They're pretty thick, chunky boys. They are massive units, and yeah, they can shut down these Phoenixes. What's interesting is that there we go. We have another Stargate on the way. Nice wants to tech up into Sky Toss. I imagine into carriers, maybe Tempest. Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like either way, you can really go either way in TvP, but it just depends on the style you're going for, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, you want to get a good ratio of both, but
it's just I'm worried for Nice right now because Cure is making a lot of Vikings. The Vikings, they do well against Phoenixes, they do well against Colossus, and they do well against anything else in the air. That's all that Nice has, really.
Yeah, for now, anyway. Definitely very surprised he hasn't tried to go into Storm or anything like that yet. I guess he hasn't quite seen the Viking count, but
now he sees it, and now he's opting to fight the Vikings. In come the Marines to help support. A lot of Phoenixes are going down, and probably the biggest thing that Nice needs right now. We've seen it in other matchups, mate. Archons, right?
Yeah. Very reliable source of splash in the ground and in the skies. Very bulky, chunky unit that can take a lot of damage. But Cure, or Nice rather, is just continuing to get Phoenixes and Colossus, getting Aeon Pulse Crystal.
Yeah. There it is. We do have the Templar Archives on the way. Storm and Archons will be out at some point in this game, but they're not out
late,
now.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, the Pulse Crystal is actually helping out quite a bit against the Vikings, keeping them away from the Colossus as they rain hell on top of Marines. Look at those force fields, trapping in so much bio. Fortunately, the majority of that are Marauders, which actually deal with this army very, very nicely. I get it.
I get it. Meanwhile, the Vikings, they're having a hard time focusing down the Colossus because there are so many Phoenixes in the air, but that Phoenix count is getting lower and lower. We had like almost 20 of them at one point, and now there's down to a handful of them remaining. And Cure is not stopping. Like, he's dealing all this damage with just the Vikings, his bio army. He's just waiting to dive in.
Yeah, these Vikings can definitely get sniped off by the Phoenixes and by the Stalkers on the ground, but Cure is willing to do that. He's willing to trade Vikings for Colossus, because once those Colossus get taken out, what's there something to bio on the ground?
Yeah, exactly. Nothing. Finally, we have a couple of High Templar being warped in. The Templar Archives did finish up. Archons are on the way, but Nice has already lost so much of his army. And Cure's not stopping.
It's continuing to lose him, yeah. And that he ain't. The Viking count has definitely been thinned out, but now we're getting to the point where Cure just wants to go for it. Pretty good concave and nice positioning on the Marauders as well. Here comes a bit of a flank. Everything will get taken out. GG is called. What a way to end that TvP. Was there ever any doubt? Well, to me, there was a few because we were on Romantic side.
I,
Nice was doing pretty well, but he kind of played like Haas there a little bit, not in terms of the unit composition, but in terms of the stubbornness to
I
stick
was
to the
I, I
composition.
was gonna say the exact same thing. You know, like, was there ever any doubt, man? I was doubting Nice's
Yeah.
composition the entire time. I was like, Phoenix Colossus. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like the Phoenix Adept did a lot better,
It
and there's a
did.
reason why Phoenix Adept is
Mhm,
was adopted early in Legacy of the Void, and
mhm.
Phoenix Colossus never really took off. Like, people were experimenting with it. Don't get me wrong, people were experimenting with it in like Heart of Swarm, but it
Yeah,
didn't really take off.
as we saw, like, what we needed was something that one Cure was already making because of the Colossus, and that was Vikings. And then he confirmed that, oh, there are this many Phoenixes, let's double down on the Vikings, and they did so well there. As we saw for half of that fight, it was just the Vikings fighting. That's
Yeah.
all he needed right there, and it was
So
just
patient with the bio.
yeah, exactly. They were just waiting for their moment, their opportunity, and then it finally came once the Colossus count was thinned out, once the Phoenixes were thinned out, and there was just nothing else left. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Crazy effective is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we already have our semifinals on our hands. It's going to be another TVP. I was actually very worried like that we wouldn't get to cast a Terran player since Razza didn't sign up, but yeah, we're getting quite a lot of it. Cure carrying that Terran banner, especially now that Gumiho and Coffee have been knocked out. It's the only non-Protoss player left against Creator, who's won the last two, Zest, who's won a whole bunch, and Parting, who has won a whole bunch a long time ago and now is returning to win a bunch more.
Yeah. As you're saying, we have finished up all the quarterfinals matches. We have our 4 semi-finalists. And yeah, if you want to tune into the upper semi-finals, Zest and Parting are currently duking it out. I'm gonna quickly check, and it looks like Pig is covering that series in English. Meanwhile, everyone else, ourselves, Chicken Man, and Steadfast, we will be covering the lower semi-finals, Cure versus Creator.
Indeed, we shall.